Hello, everybody. Welcome back to Queen Cancer Tarot channel, everyone. My name is Catherine. I am the host. I'm here to bring you clarity, guidance, and love messages. And today I am going to do a quickie for Cancer versus Capricorn. And this is specific for Cancers and Capricorn, but this could be for any sign. Take it how it resonates for you. But I pulled these cards in question of Capricorn's energy and what their intentions are, Cancer. And this is what I got. Okay, so I'm going to start doing these throughout the day. They will be for different signs, so just keep your notifications on because yours will come up in the mix, okay? All right, and this is just a quickie. It's not going to last too long. Just want to see how you guys like it. So we have the Page of Swords and the Nine of Pentacles. And then we have the Judgment card and the Nine of Cups here. Okay. Under the deck, we have the Emperor and the Four of Pentacles. And under the Judgment card and the Nine of Cups, we have the Three of Swords and the Hierophant. Okay. So, how does this person feel about you? So, under the deck, we have the Knight of Cups with the Four of Wands, the King of Swords, and the Four of Swords. The Fool and the Chariot. Okay? So listen, here's the situation. With the Page of Swords and the Nine of Pentacles here, I feel like this is an energy of someone who is very much considering something, Cancer. And underneath the deck, we have the Emperor here and the Four of Pentacles. So, Page of Swords and the Emperor, this person is making a consideration on either marriage or commitment. Either way, they're making a decision about this, okay? And they're a little anxious, a little nervous about it. This person has reservations about commitment here. And then we have this Nine of Pentacles energy with the Four of Pentacles here under the deck. This is someone who's virtually holding on to their bachelor single lifestyle, okay? And I feel like it's because they're afraid to let go of that aspect of control, okay, over their own freedom, over whatever. So this person is they want commitment. They're making considerations on this, but they're not taking this leap for this reason. However, over here, you have the Judgment card and the Nine of Cups, Cancer. All right. And under the deck, the Three of Swords and the Hierophant. This is a sore subject, okay, and a sore topic. I feel like this is kind of a conversation that you're not willing to compromise on, Cancer. Okay, with the Judgment card and the Nine of Cups, you're just not satisfied unless with the Hierophant here, it's marriage. And with that Three of Swords energy, this has been a very sore topic of conversation between you and this person. However, there is hope. Under the deck, we have the Knight of Cups and the Four of Wands here. Definitely, this is an energy of someone who, first of all, with that Knight of Cups, this is very flirtatious energy. Someone who likes to feel like they're in control of their emotions. You know what I mean? Like they can see who they want to see, talk to whoever they want to talk to. However, they have this Four of Wands here. So they are feeling this energy of it's time to move to the next level. Okay. So this person is starting to come around here, basically. They're starting to entertain the idea of commitment. The problem is that by the time they come around with it, Cancer, with that King of Swords and the Four of Swords, the time they come around being honest and telling you how they feel, which it may not be in a very romantic way, Cancer, I feel like this person just doesn't really know how to express their feelings, perhaps. I feel like with the Four of Swords, you've kind of like shut your eyes to this person. You kind of are not even really thinking about it, not even really bringing it up as a conversation, and kind of looked away. You kind of have started to not even really think about that anymore with this individual, unfortunately. Um, but what I am seeing here with the Fool and the Chariot, Cancer, okay, that this person is willing to give it a shot. They're willing to take a risk and come towards you with exactly what it is you are requiring from them. Do you see what I'm saying? They're willing to do this. So if you are wondering whether or not this Capricorn is going to do right and make the right decision, I feel like the answer is yes. I really do. Let's go ahead and clarify. I'm going to use a different deck here. All right, let's see. Page of Swords and the Nine of Pentacles here. Really, let's say Page of Swords and the Emperor here. Page of Swords and the Emperor. Page of Swords and the Emperor. And we have the Tower. I feel like this person is kind of starting to get a little anxious because they're realizing they have to either make a decision or they could lose you. I feel like this person is feeling like it's time for them to make this decision here. We have the Hermit under the deck. See, this person knows they have to make a decision. And it's time for them to start taking a hard look at what it is they really want when it comes to marriage or commitment. Okay? Nine of Pentacles and the Four of Pentacles. But this person is really holding on to their single lifestyle here with everything in their power. They want to hold on to this status. Why? Tell me about this here. Look, we have the Hanged Man in the reverse. Okay. This is funny because this talks about somebody who's basically stalling. Okay. They're disinterested in letting go of this. They're not ready. They don't want to talk about it. It's not a thing right now. With the Justice card, however, look at this. This person, I feel like they know that they're destined to go in this direction. They know that this is the right thing to do. And I feel like they're forced to make a decision here. I feel like they're forced and they're trying to stall. They're just really trying to stall. I feel like this person does have good intentions here. Okay, I do. It's not in the reverse here. Justice is in the upright. So this person is not avoiding it, Cancer. They're just stalling it. You get it? Oh, this is getting really good. Hold on one second. Let me put my shoe. 1 second. I hate doing readings without my shoes. One moment. Okay, sorry guys. I had to take my shoes off. I was putting my foot cream on before I started this reading and I forgot to put them back on. I don't like doing readings without some sort of shoe on, house shoe, something. It just makes me feel more grounded for whatever reason. When I go barefoot, I like to be outside in the grass. That feels so good. Um, that time is coming too, you guys. The weather is changing. All right, so let's now look. I do feel like with this particular situation, the conversation or topic of marriage, like I said, it's been a bit of a sore subject. I feel like with this Three of Swords, you and this person may have even separated or had, a situation where there was a breakup or it's been very hurtful. Okay. Um, I see crying or I see just a lot of sadness around this. Okay. Tell me about the Judgment card and the Nine of Cups. Again, I feel like this is Cancer, you making the decision that, unless it's marriage, it's not a conversation for you. Tell me about the Judgment and the Nine of Cups. So it's interesting here. We have the Page of Swords in the reverse. This talks about a very, very defensive partner, Cancer. I feel like this is also why your person may feel like they don't want to make this decision or they're stalling because they feel sort of backed into a wall by this. In a way, I feel like with that Emperor, they're kind of wanting to be in control of their own emotions or their decisions about, you know, when they decide to commit or when they decide to make that leap into marriage. This is all about marriage here. We have the Emperor and the Hierophant. Okay. We have the Four of Pentacles and the Three of Swords. So somebody is hurt and somebody is scared, basically, or guarded. Okay. Extremely careful, right? Look, the Hierophant under the deck. See, this person is extremely defensive about this. This is a sore subject between you and this person. It is either we are going to do this or it is not a conversation that is welcome. Okay, this talks about communications like you just can't either, you can't talk about it or either you're going to be talking about it. So if you can't talk about it, don't bring it up. But if you're ready to have this conversation, then we can talk about it. Type energy. So tell me about the Three of Swords and the Hierophant. This is interesting, y'all, because I see two people that are just kind of hell-bent on getting their way. Let's see who's going to. Well, look at that. Look at this. We have the Ten of Cups here. Okay. Under the deck, the Six of Pentacles. Like I said, there's an energy of this is going to be a surprise. This is going to be a surprise. This talks about emotional fulfillment. This talks about having all of your needs or emotional needs met, Cancer. And with that Six of Pentacles, this is a surprise or a shock. Under the deck, we have the Ace of Cups as well. So, Cancer. I feel like this Capricorn may come in and propose here. With the Knight of Cups and the Four of Wands, this person may take you out on a date. You may be out on a date night with this person, and they may pop the question, Cancer. There may be wedding bells coming for you and this person. I don't know. This is gorgeous. Tell me about the Knight of Cups and the Four of Wands. Knight of Cups and the Four of Wands, please. Look, we have the Five of Wands and the Star. The Five of Wands and the Star. Listen, this talks about competition. And I feel like that Knight of Cups is an energy of someone who's going back and forth. But that Star card talks about being divinely guided, okay? And the star in the Bible is representative of the North Star. So this is what you are being divinely guided towards. This is supposed to show you the way to go. And I feel like all of this conflict or this back and forth between you and this Capricorn has led this person to make this decision. But it has taken like I said, this has taken a fight, Cancer. This has taken a fight between the two of you. Under the deck, you have the Temperance card. See, now things are balanced. This talks about being balanced. This also is a card that represents divine guidance, Cancer. Okay. This is also representative of divine guidance. All right. Beautiful reading. Cancer and Capricorn, this is a lovely reading. All right. This also talks about healing. And I feel like this energy, this back and forth, between the two of you is going to be healed. Tell me about this King of Swords and the Four of Swords. Again, I feel like you and this person may not be speaking, but they're coming in to tell their truth or to speak their truth. King of Swords and the Four of Swords, please. King of Swords and the Four of Swords. I feel like you're like, you know what? Unless you're coming to me with a bling, I don't even want to hear it. King of Swords and the Four of Swords. Look, we have the Ten of Wands. I feel like this person it may take a while before you respond to this person because you are just kind of to the point where you don't even believe that this person is going to do the right thing. Under the deck, look, King of Pentacles, baby. They are coming in. Listen, after a long time of waiting, that's what this is. After waiting for a long time to the point where you're pretty much given up, like I said, you're going to be at the point where you have given up on this person by the time they come in with this truth and this honesty. King of Pentacles also represents someone who's very honest. Do you see how this is all coming together? Someone you can trust. All right? And they are coming in finally wanting to settle down, wanting to take that leap of faith here. Tell me about this Fool and the Chariot, please. Tell me about the Fool and the Chariot for Cancer. Holy Spirit, angels, and guides. We got two cards. So we got the Eight of Pentacles and the Ace of Wands. Do you see that? This person, after putting that work in, after doing whatever it is they needed to do, whatever self-work, whatever they wanted to do for themselves, perhaps, okay? Whatever they wanted to do on their own, okay? And I feel like with the Ace of Wands, hey, maybe this person just wanted to make sure that they were, they didn't have any feelings that were unresolved. Do you know what I'm saying? But I feel like once this person realized that they had done all the work on themselves, That's when they came towards you with the Ace of Wands here. See, under the deck, Page of Pentacles. This person, and we have the Six of Cups. So this person may have taken a look back. Do you know what I'm saying? Um, just back, just taking a look back to make sure that this is what they wanted. They had to take one last look at the past or at whatever it was that was in their current energy to make sure they didn't have any unresolved feelings. Do you see what I'm saying? And now, this person, the Page of Pentacles, very reliable energy, Cancer, is coming towards you. All right. So this is gorgeous. So Cancer and Capricorn, that is your snippet, okay, for today. And if you enjoyed this message, please let me know in the comments. And if you would like to see more messages like this, let me know in the comments. I will be back with other signs for Cancer and all 12 of the signs, and throughout the day, throughout the week. So you will see me again later. Bye.